Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday weekend or day off if you got day off. I'm going to lift up the prayer to, there was several, I don't know, I never heard it before, but I'm not surprised about there being killings. People have gotten shot or killed during the 4th of July holiday. Hey, I think everybody knows that fireworks is a great way to cover up a shooting. I mean, not to laugh, but laughing, because it is a great way to cover up a shooting. You think it's a firework and it's actually a gunshot. Or, unfortunately, unfortunate is someone is shooting up in the air, don't realize that them bullets have to come back down. And someone gets shot or killed that way, not knowing that you should be shooting into the ground or into the dirt ground, not on the sidewalk, so that stuff can ricochet off of that as well. But at any rate, good morning. If you're hearing this, you woke up this morning. Okay? You are blessed. Okay? You made it to another day to make it again. You know what I'm saying? You have another chance of success. At any time, God can turn it around. So, yesterday evening, I did a live where talking about the authentic me, because there's a lot of stuff. I code switch all the time, especially at work. I come from that era where that's what you did when you went to work. When you around white people or majority white people, you code switch. Hell, you put on your white voice. Now, do I code switch a lot? I don't feel like I put on a white voice when I answer my phone, or a polite voice. Hello, but I do code switch. There's certain things I don't say at work that I would say at home. I cuss a little less at work than I do at home, or around my friends. But I also code switch at church, and there's a lot of code switching church folk. Matter of fact, I would say about 99% of those churchy folks, matter of fact, 100% of the churchy folks, and those who are saved and born again, and trying to live the right way, they code switch. Okay? You're not gonna cuss at church. Like Jesus only hears you when you're in the church house. You're not gonna cuss around the pastors. You're not gonna drink. You ain't gonna smoke that smoke. You know how many people smoke weed at home and go to church on Sunday? Okay. How many of y'all pastors smoke? Smoking that smoke. I have to give credit to that little song ditty that I'm singing about smoking that smoke, drinking that wine. That is Smokey Robinson, I guess, his song against being a gangbanger. But who brought it to my attention was Kev on stage, and it's hilarious. And apparently he did a poetic version of that same song on Def Jam Poetry or something, whatever. And but yeah, how many of the pastors be having them a little yak on Friday night at the game, or beer, who sip on that Henny? And if you're not one of those drinkers, because I'm not going to perpetuate the narrative, or you have a little vodka in your coffee, what they call it, German coffee or whatever. How many of y'all drink a sip of that whiskey? Okay. Have that champagne. You have real champagne. How many of y'all actually drinking the drink, the actual wine for your communion? It's not grape juice for you. Or you have how many of the pastors and preachers and elders and deacons and mothers of the church, they might not do the drinking, and they might not smoke the smoke. When I say smoke the smoke, I'm talking about weed. Okay, and they may not do the hard crack or whatever, but how many of them is having sexual relations, having homosexual sexual relations? Okay, while preaching against it, but that's what they do. Or talking about sexual immorality, and they into BDSM. Your pastors, your ministers, your preachers, your elders. Okay, or they all preach against financial greed, but they stealing from the church. Okay, or they have what I'm basically saying is, church folk are the number one, in my book, according to me, code switchers. They oftentimes they perfect being churchy and not be real. Okay? They promote you staying with your husband knowing that they're getting beat. And know that you're getting beat, or that he's cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? They tell you not to have sex outside of marriage, but they're having an extramarital affair. They telling you should cook, clean, and take care of your kids, and they don't know how to cook. They have those people who feel like working for the pastor is going to give them a special place in heaven. They the ones cleaning their house. Okay? They're the ones cooking their dinner. The mothers of the church is cooking their dinner. Or the single pastors, or not single pastors, is going to their patrons' houses. Their congregations, going to their houses, eating the food. Because Big Mama always cooks on Sunday. They support toxic masculinity. All the while donning the cross around their neck. They say they love the Lord, and they act completely different. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you, come on, get saved, but you look miserable. Why would I get saved if the Lord would want me to stay in a miserable marriage? Why would I want your God? A God that doesn't understand that, some things are hard to change and I need him. Why do I need him? Some of the stories that I've heard of some of your most sanctified gospel singers, what they do behind closed doors at the gospel after party. And if you pay any attention, just a little bit of attention, and I take this from who again brought this to my attention, is Kev on stage. It's like, y'all talk about keeping yourself till you're married, but children's church is full. While there is, but the marriage rate in the church is low. Children's church is full. So that means somebody was having the sex. You know what I'm saying? So they're not being real. So, and I believe that everybody to a point does put on some form of mask to mask the authentic who you are. So my guilty pleasure, which I didn't call it that yet, but my secret guilty pleasure is astrology, zodiac signs, knowing a person's birth chart. As much as I want to stop, I absolutely enjoy reading about my chart, reading about others' charts, and recognizing people's, kind of figuring out, I wonder if that's a Gemini. You don't act like a Gemini that I know of. Or, I don't know. I just like figuring people out in that way. It's fun. It is fun to me, but that is real. This is something that I've battled with for some years now. I haven't went as far. I ain't gonna even lie. I have even been tempted to buy tarot cards. The mystic arts is intriguing to me. But what's kept me kind of grounded in not doing that is prayer. I've realized it's like, why do I need a card to tell me what my day is going to be like, or my week is going to be like, or what to expect? Not to say I don't listen to tarot card readers, I do, but I don't really, like, I listen to it, and if something happens to ring true, I was like, okay, they got it right. Because one of the things is, like, God never said that they were wrong. Like, they were not telling, a long time ago, someone said to me, it's a sister in the church, she said, it never said that they weren't real and they weren't saying true things. Okay, that's not the way, that's not what God is saying. Okay, the reason why you should not follow or practice certain witchcraft, which I think a lot of people think that it's all that spells and stuff like that, and that is typical work of a witch. But witchcraft, really boils down to, thanks to Pastor Dollar, is manipulation. Okay, you can manipulate a situation by putting a spell on someone or having them drink a certain potion, but that's still manipulation. If you're doing certain things to manipulate something in your favor, that's witchcraft. And a lot of us do witchcraft. And y'all don't think it is. Y'all just saying that. I'm just kind of skewing it to my favor. Okay. Delilah was a witch because she manipulated to find out what Samson, or at least I think, I could be wrong now. Okay, so now that I will correct me on it, because I don't like being wrong and I don't mind being corrected. Okay, but I don't take mean, hurtful criticisms. Okay, so please, wherever you see this, first, please go in further if you have corrections to what I'm saying. Where you find it, okay? Comment where you read this, because I don't go back and look for comments and views. I could have 1 million views on something and not even know that I went viral, because I really don't go back to look. I just put it out there, I say what I say, and I leave it there. But she was a witch according to manipulation. She manipulated Samson to tell her what his weakness was and how that she can get over on him. Some of y'all manipulate men with the physically. I was going to say that. Some things, it's like sometimes I'm going to say it and I'm going to be 100. That's the other thing. I'm sometimes 100 and sometimes my filter is working. And today it worked. Okay? It's working. So some of y'all manipulate men physically, and men, you manipulate women's minds to get what you want. You want a woman to cook, clean, and take care of you. So you tell her all those sweet nothings. And that's exactly what they are. Nothings. You girl, you go girl. You so beautiful. Oh man, I love you. Okay. The last woman, she ain't cook, she ain't clean, she ain't do nothing for me. Okay, you ain't even healed from the last one. Manipulating, not healed. You're manipulating that girl or that young lady or that grown-ass woman to do all the things that you want done by telling her the last girl didn't do that. Women do it too. Oh, the last man, he left me. He treated me like shit. I see, the filter didn't work. It's filter on, it's a shaky thing. He didn't do nothing for me. He left me. He abandoned me. He kicked me out. Don't do that to me. You're manipulating them to get them to do something for you without them knowing the real you. Trust me, I know, because I am a professional when it comes to presenting your representative, okay, or my representative. Most people don't know who I really am. They don't know what I really like. Most. There's only a very, very small group of people who really know who I am. Now, there's some people that believe that they have a good discernment, and sometimes they hit on it, and sometimes they not. They are completely wrong. They believe they have discernment, and they think they know me. And they know that I'm a certain way. And they'll hit on it a little bit, but they don't really know. They don't know my heart. They don't know the true me. You know what I'm saying? So, or my guilty pleasure, unless I tell them, like I'm telling y'all now. So that's it. Just my message today is be your authentic you as much as you can, because we have to, some of us have to wear masks for work. So when you can be authentic, especially to someone you think is your mate. It's okay to be a little vulnerable and reveal that, you know, I'm this way. At least they know what they got. Okay? Y'all have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.